Hi, I'm Amy, a computer toucher slash pervert.
And I'm Beth, award enjoyer, and also Lily.
Also, Lily, I'm a computer toucher and sadomasochist.
Oh my god, another pervert.
Also, yeah, she's my girlfriend, and we're recording this on Valentine's Day.
That's gay.
Yeah.
You're gay.
You're gay.
Have you been informed that you're gay?
I actually have been informed that many times. Sometimes women on Discord, for some reason, will DM me
How peculiar.
messages such as "you're gay."
Why do they do that?
And and so this is Shitpost Boredom. Shitpost Boredom.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, this is Shitpost Boredom.
A podcast where we overthink stupid ideas.
Postmortems for shitposts, if you will.
Also, we might trick you into learning about sadomasochism or something.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely a real chance that it comes up. All right, let's go into our first idea. You want to read this, Beth?
Yeah, okay, so something I've been seeing ads for online recently, I don't really know if this is like real science or kind of bullshit, but there's all kinds of things that are like red light therapy devices where they say they like help various health issues like skin problems or inflammation or whatever. And my weird aunt was trying to use one on my sister over Thanksgiving. But my idea is some of them seem like they're kind of expensive, home therapeutic spa type devices.
Yeah.
I think you can make a way cheaper one. Just buy like a big bulk amount of those little shitty like red lasers that you can use to play with a cat and just stick them through holes in like a 3D printed mask and have them all pointed at your face. That's basically the same thing, right?
Are you thinking it'd be like a grid of lasers? Laser grid?
Yeah. Or maybe I was thinking maybe they're arranged hexagonally because most lasers are like a cylinder.
That's true. And also, as we all know, hexagons are a cool shape.
I really thought you were going to say
squares.
the bestigons.
Yeah, well, I could have. Lily, you're familiar with our weird aunt, right? The chiropractor?
You have spoken of this weird aunt in the past, yes. I am somewhat glad that is one of your family members whom I
That's
haven't
completely
met.
fair.
The salt lamp enjoyer?
Yeah, she wants to tell you about negative ions and how you can use the power of your mind to heal yourself, which it turns out means she's kind of an asshole about chronic health issues.
She's like simply...
Because she thinks they're not real.
Skill issue?
She's like, oh, it's your mindset problem that you have a chronic health issue, Beth. Oh, right, fuck off.
Yeah, which is like, that's so annoying. That's like just incredibly... Because it turns out... no, it's not.
It's definitely not.
Okay, right, and so, Lily, do you have much experience with cat lasers?
Honestly, not that much because my parents' cat doesn't really end up chasing
I see.
lasers very
He's a Luddite?
well. You know what?
He's not a laser
Sure.
cat.
That's true, that's true.
If you got that reference, you're old.
One time my mom's friend got our cat like a little motorized mouse.
Did he like that?
That like bumps into corner, has a sensor in the nose so that when it bumps into corners it backs up and picks
So
a different
basically a
direction.
Roomba.
Yeah, he barely cares about that thing.
I feel the need to say that that is in
is
fact
how
basically how a Roomba
yeah.
or that's how the older ones do anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I will simply go until I bump something.
Roombas, if they didn't suck.
That's true, that's true, that's true.
Ba-dum.
Wait, I have something for this. Could you hear that? No.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll be in our
It'll
recording,
be
I think.
You'll have to add it in post.
Yeah, it's in there, it's in there. All right,
Oh, actually, this next segment, I think, Amy,
yeah?
I think it's time to press button B.
Oh my god.
Best Linguistics Corner. All right, it's been a while since we had one of these, I think. It just hadn't come up. Beth Linguistics Corner, I mean. All right, so this is a Beth idea, which I feel like obviously, but... So basically the idea is coming up with like a constructed language, a conlang, where it looks like English, but it's all the spelling is actually phonetic. So like, you know how English has the infamous OUGH sequence? That could be any of like 3 or 4
Yeah,
different
I think it
sounds.
ought to not have that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree about question mark that. No, that's not what it's all about. What if it was though? That'd kind of be funny. Anyway, so yeah, like the idea is like, so GH, we're gonna use that to mean a voiced velar fricative, which I'm not great at producing, but it's like an sound. It's kind of like a softer G. So like the idea is cough is literally going to be a K sound, an O sound, a U sound, and then a one of those.
Okay,
So I'm going to try my best to say it. Kau.
interesting.
Or kite, for like the word kite, like the diamond-shaped things
The thing
you
we're
fly.
going to fly to the highest height.
That's right. Is going to be pronounced kite.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Which-
that one's a lot easier to say. Huh?
Yes, written in IPA, literally it just looks like
Okay.
you wrote kite.
Yeah, sure
And then
does.
last example I have written here is the word mighty. So this is to kind of show the GH is a GH in multiple contexts. You could also maybe do it as like a German CH, because I think historically it varied in terms of voicing, but it was like one of those what GH used to
Yeah.
represent in English. So this one is like mighty.
Okay, let me see if I can play back this example. Yeah. To be honest,
Surprisingly understandable.
some of the time it sounds like you're just doing an accent, and then sometimes it's like, that's not English.
Yeah, occasionally it just sounds like another Germanic language.
Yeah.
Because like the word for I becomes E.
Right, and that just sounds like it could be some other language.
Yeah, it's kind of like ich or ich or
Ich.
ich. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been Beth's Linguistics Corner, the fan favorite segment. Thank you for joining us for Beth's Linguistics Corner. All right. This next idea: strap-on nose for the bedroom. Do you remember what the context of this was?
Not really.
Like,
I think I came up with it, but I don't really remember the context.
so you're fucking with it, right?
I mean, that's what the implication of for the
Yeah.
bedroom is meant to be. Yeah.
So like,
I think I think I kind of remember
Okay,
the
yeah.
context. I was like, okay, usually when people say a strap-on, they mean a strap-on penis, a strap-on dildo. You know,
yeah, the strap.
what other body parts could you have a strap-on version of?
Yeah.
theoretically?
Oh, okay. So you're going like Tycho Brahe mode,
That's right. Not the Penny Arcade.
not the
character.
Penny Arcade motherfucker.
Are we talking?
Sorry, yeah, Lily?
Are we talking like nose-shaped dildo that you're still fucking with?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I was
Yeah.
imagining kind of like I don't like a stereotypical witch nose, almost
Oh.
shaped like a carrot or something sticking straight out in front, and then you like.
Pinocchio.
Oh, of course.
Wait, what if it could grow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's maybe
Put it-
there's something to it.
Okay, put a microphone in, have it like talk to an API. It tries to guess when you're lying, and it has a linear actuator in
Oh,
it.
no. Pinocchio real?
Yeah, making Pinocchio real. Now he's a real
Damn.
boy, or maybe a real girl.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know, if you were like a wooden puppet, maybe it would be actually easier to get bottom surgery.
Yeah, could they just like carve you a vagina?
Yeah.
Maybe. Let us know, Pinocchio head. I thought Guillermo del Toro's.
That sounds difficult to
That's true.
carve,
Guillermo del
honestly.
Toro's
Yeah.
Pinocchio pretty good,
Yeah.
but they didn't have any wood scene.
Oh, wood OC. I
Sorry,
see.
yeah.
I thought you said wood OC at first, and it was like they did have an original character, but she wasn't made of wood.
Yeah. Puppet OC?
I'm talking about like the Sphinx.
Oh, actually, speaking of Pinocchio, Lies of P. Do you think anyone's horny for the Lies of P twink?
Amy, you fucking know the answer to that question.
Amy.
I do. They are.
Amy-
Believe it or not.
Speaking of oddly shaped
Yeah.
dildos,
Yeah.
dildo shaped like a camera lens.
Okay, tell us more. What do you mean? What did she mean by that?
So, one of the servers that we're in has a bunch of
That's
camera nerds, and I saw a conversation that involved the words camera lens and strap, and I was like, maybe we could go somewhere with
Where are
this.
we going, Lily? Where are we going with it?
Like, it's a cylindrical object.
I see.
It's interesting
yeah,
looking.
it is interesting looking.
I don't know. It's probably not a good idea to use an actual
No.
camera lens for penetrative sex.
Yeah,
but what
I feel
if?
like that couldn't possibly be good for the camera lens, and maybe would also not be good for whatever you're penetrating.
Oh yeah, I will say Beth has been going on some
Put a condom
3D
on it.
printing sex toy adventures. You want to talk about that?
Well, okay, I was just trying to 3D print a mold to
Yeah.
make a dildo out of silicone, and
Yeah.
basically to see if I could. Anyway, the answer is it was doable with like mold putty, like 2-part silicone, but that's not probably safe to use as a sex toy. And then I tried it with some basically silicone sealant that's food safe, so theoretically it would be okay to use for sex.
Wait, it didn't cure, is that right?
Yeah, the problem is I think maybe I wasn't clear on how it worked. It was meant as a sealant, and I think they expected to use a thin layer that was exposed to air, and then it partly cured either by oxidation or by stuff evaporating or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly, but some kind of cross-linking maybe. I don't know. Some kind of solvent leaving it.
So you ended up with goop.
Yeah, it didn't. It just didn't cure.
Slime girl.
It was
cock?
supposed to. It was supposed to cure in 24 hours, and like
It did
several
not.
days later, it was still a liquid basically.
Yeah.
So I just ended up throwing the whole thing out because it was also hard to get the 2-part mold back open.
Yeah, it kind of sealed that shut. Huh?
Yeah, I kind of glued it shut.
So you ended up doing something else, right?
I ended up taking one of the mold putty ones and using the food safe silicone as a sealant on it, which has ended up with it having a very strange texture and appearance, to be honest. It's kind of irregular and really shiny, and it looks like it's wet even though it's not.
Oh, right. Yes, it does.
But
look
then
like it's
under
wet.
like the sort of vague peaks of and fingerprint whorls left in the clear silicone sealant, you can still kind of see the layer lines.
Yeah.
Because the mold was 3D printed and like it's hard, and basically mold silicone is good at capturing fine details
So
at
what
that
we're
kind of
saying
scale.
it's a highly unusual penis,
Yeah.
and you know what? That's valid.
Right. Every
okay.
penis is unique in its own
Hear me
way,
out,
and this
Fishman,
one
whose
is no
dick looks
different.
wet all the time.
This is okay, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, we're back to Guillermo. That's true. Okay, hear me out,
Yeah.
fish woman whose dick looks wet all the time.
Wow.
I know that that's the same thing, but I replaced man with woman. I'm aware that that's what I'm doing.
This
Okay.
does actually
I do know
segue into
that.
one of my other ideas.
Really fascinating.
Which
Tell us
is
more.
an anglerfish fursuit.
Okay, so
So it has a lure on it?
yeah, so it has a lure.
So there's two really interesting things. Well, three really interesting things about anglerfish anatomy that people
angle
might
lure?
find useful, interesting.
Useful. Interesting. Okay, tell us more.
Okay, I'm remembering what some male anglerfish doing it, and I'm scared.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So
Okay.
they've got
I see.
the big lure with the shiny bit on the end. You know, iconic.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
they're named that. They've got the big teeth. I'm sure you're into that. And
Big chomp.
that's the female anglerfish. The way anglerfish reproduction works, if I remember correctly, is the males just kind of latch onto the female and
I
then basically just parasitize and atrophy to nothing more than testicles.
Yeah, basically
Whoa.
everything that the part that produces the sperm to fertilize the female basically like withers away. It becomes a vestigial. It
Oh,
doesn't
that's
need it
fascinating.
anymore.
That's fascinating. Wait, so you're telling me this anglerfish girl has testicles that are technically a different individual and also giant sharp teeth?
Yes, I guess.
Yes.
Somebody would be really into this.
Yeah.
Which is why you can see how I got to this idea.
Okay, yeah. So
But also,
you're saying a
it would be
fursuit.
really funny to see a fursuit that's just basically covered in truck nuts.
Okay, so you're saying, okay, see, that's not what I was thinking. What I was thinking is you literally have a little guy who's like in the suit too. It's like, you know those horse costumes that are like two people?
Yeah.
And just the
someone
balls
who's-
are hanging out.
Yeah. There's someone who's just kind of like in well, it couldn't be that small, but in just like sort of a testicle costume that's attached to the rest of it. And they're sort of like hunched over and moving with the other person.
Hey, yeah, I'm looking for a really short guy who would be willing to dress as a pair of testicles.
Exactly. Yes. Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
I guess if you abandon bipedalism, then yeah, it's more feasible.
I was also thinking about like it'd be sort of a cool design if you could somehow make a suit for someone where like the mouth and teeth were of the proportions that they are on like an anglerfish female is like fucking 60 or 70% mouth and teeth
Oh my God.
by like volume.
Yeah.
Like it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe do some kind of puppet thing where there's a
Yeah.
big mouth that goes over the head.
I'm kind of
et
thinking
cetera.
almost like the Venom symbiote from
Yeah,
something.
right. And then that you might have to have people use their arms to open and close the mouth.
Yeah,
but that's
there's-
pretty typical for certain.
There's
kinds of
certain
puppets.
kinds of big puppets where that's common, I think.
Actually,
yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, yeah.
Audrey 2 is actually not that different from an anglerfish.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah.
Like-
The proportions of the mouth are
Yeah,
about right
exactly,
actually.
Exactly. Also, if you haven't seen that, it's pretty good. We like it.
Yeah, directed by Frank Oz, the legend.
The goat, Yoda,
Yeah, Miss
among
Piggy.
other- yeah,
Miss Piggy.
Yeah,
He's
that's true.
the estate lawyer in Knives Out.
That's true. He was also in that. I'll say we watched the Muppet Show special that was on Disney Plus. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hope they do more.
I thought there was some stuff that were like some gags maybe weren't worth the runtime they
walk,
took
yeah.
up. Like they could have been cut down some,
Yeah.
but overall I thought it was good.
Yeah, overall pretty charming. I think Sabrina Carpenter was a good guest.
Yeah.
I hope they make more of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, we have to see her interact with Miss Piggy, and
they knew.
they gave the people what they
Oh,
wanted.
they knew that's what the people wanted, and they gave it to us.
Yeah.
Like half the episode was that, which is not. I am not complaining. That is what I wanted.
That's exactly what I wanted.
So.
Because they're like public personas are
They're basically the same.
kind
person,
of similar.
so- and they know it's okay.
Yeah, they're aware.
Yeah. Beth, you want to read this next idea?
Okay, this is also
A Beth.
a Beth idea.
Yeah.
Once again, I think you can kind of tell.
Mhm.
Okay, so a lot of European languages basically have gendered endings to like names or nouns. Like the really common one being stuff that ends in A is feminine.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
Like, so my idea was a language where like maybe it has 5 vowels because that's
Pretty normal.
pretty normal. You know, a, e, o, u.
Whoa, it's kind of like the Beth Linguistics Corner theme.
And each of them is a gender.
Yeah, and yes, and
Yes.
each of them is a gender. So I think if we're doing it in a sort of European way, then yeah, A is going to be girl, O is going to be boy.
Boy.
E is maybe going to be gender neutral or non-binary because that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like something people do in English or Spanish sometimes. Like Latine.
Yeah.
It's like that. So I don't know what I or you are, but
Yeah.
if anyone has ideas, let me know. We have 2
Yeah, we can
free
we can cook
genders.
some genders. It's fine.
One thought I had is that like maybe one of them is genderless as opposed to like non-binary.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The last one is
Yeah,
bi-gender
'cause,
or something.
like,
I don't know.
A lot of languages do have a sort of gender neutral class that's usually used for objects.
Yeah.
Well, it's pronouns type 5.
But of course, if you have separate genders, grammatical genders that are neither male nor female for objects and people are going to use the object one.
Oh yeah, can I go on a pronoun rant? Don't worry, pronoun rant parentheses woke. People have got to stop making like the same 3 jokes about pronouns.
Oh, you have been complaining.
I
about
have been
this
complaining,
lately.
which is that yes, it/she, it, she sounds like itchy. Yes, I know. She, it sounds like shit. Yes, I'm aware. And then public trans, it sounds like someone who is an it and is public and is trans. Yes, I know. Guys, we know. Okay. And or people of other genders, we know. Okay? We're aware. We know. You can start rediscovering these facts every 2 minutes.
Well, Amy, the problem is that the people coming up with it just haven't seen it
Yeah,
before.
it's
That's
because
what it
the way
is.
the trans community works is you have constant people being like, "Oh shit,
I thought of something funny.
oh shit, I'm trans.
Yeah,
Here's a joke I came up with.
yeah.
Now that I'm trans." You know what I mean? It's not really accurate.
The people who are good at coming up with pronoun-based jokes either know better
Yeah, that's true.
or are going to give you a slur.
Okay.
Whoa, a slur.
You're
Can
probably
I get a
not
slur?
wrong.
Anyone?
Can we get a slur in
Can
the
we get a
chat?
slur in here? Yeah.
Chat?
We don't have
Twitch
a
chat where
This is a
they
recording.
won't.
No,
they'll-
we do actually perform this live for you every time. We're
Yeah.
just really good at replicating
Yeah,
it.
that's true. That's true.
It's so much work. Usually pay us for doing this.
Yeah, it's true. Twitch chat where you get banned if you don't say a slur.
I don't think Twitch, the
Ah,
platform,
I
would
know,
allow it.
I
I mean,
know.
that's what Rumble is for.
Oh God, is maybe it could be. It could. Be.
I don't know that much.
What's a rumble? I've never
Basically, it's a platform made for guys who got kicked off of YouTube for spreading right-wing conspiracy theories that even
no.
YouTube thought was too much.
And
That were
YouTube
too
will
much.
tolerate a lot.
boy.
So it's
that's
and I
not
think it also
good.
has live streaming. It seems it has a pretty small user base, I think,
Yeah.
Thank God.
but it seems pretty fucking
Okay,
cringe.
I had a pronoun joke actually that I was like, at least I haven't seen this one before, which was they she me rolling.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, how much of our audience do
Is
you think...
familiar with that song? I don't know.
No.
With the Weird Al.
I was going to say,
parody of the
how much of
song.
our audience do you think immediately thought of the Weird Al song White and Nerdy?
Like 90%.
Yeah, as opposed to the original song that was a parody of,
Yes.
which I think is not maybe as well remembered as the Weird Al
Yeah.
song at this point.
Quite Chameleonaire, yeah.
I did think of the original,
Yeah.
but that's because I just know it
Yeah,
exists.
it's true. It does exist. Also, just speaking of Weird Al's White and Nerdy music video, people periodically will rewatch it and be like, wait a minute, that's Key and Peele at the beginning. Because
Yeah,
at
it
the
is.
time, they weren't really famous as much as they are now. But
Yeah.
yeah, it sure is. That's Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right, let's go on to the next idea. This is an Amy original. Okay, so it's a microwave that only has an add 30-second button. And I want to be clear here. It doesn't have any other buttons whatsoever. Okay, it doesn't have a cancel button. It doesn't have any other buttons for inputting time. You can just add 30 seconds.
It doesn't have any way to control the power.
No. Now, is this inspired by how I use microwaves? Yes, it is. I have to microwave this thing for 90 seconds. That's 3 button presses.
Well, you can also press 1, which defaults to adding 1 minute, and then
Oh,
press the 30
that's good
second
tech.
button, so you only actually have to do 2 button
that's
presses.
good
Amy.
tech, Beth. That's good tech. Yeah, good point.
But you have to move your finger.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
true.
true.
Maybe it's not faster.
Yeah, it's actually...
Should
it's
we
the-
time this?
Yeah, the question really is it worth using 2 different buttons to save a press? I'm not sure. We're sounding like Pen and Quick. And
We do fucking sound like speedrunners.
What's the
yeah.
longest duration of microwave that you regularly
You mean like the
use?
longest amount of time you'd put on the cook timer?
Yeah, because like
Ah.
my mother wouldn't like a microwave like that.
Yeah.
Because she regularly uses it for beets.
Oh, she's microwaving beets.
which need like 10 to 15
Oh, okay,
minutes.
so quite a long time.
I don't remember exactly how much.
I mean, yeah, I would say, to be honest, the longest I use on like a regular basis is probably like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm not like out here microwaving potatoes very often, which you can do and it does work, okay, provided this is very important. You remember to poke holes.
You don't want them to fucking
Would
explode.
you like little bits of potato all over the inside of your microwave? Would you like the inside of your microwave to be completely coated in hot potato bits?
potato shrapnel?
Yeah.
Yum yum.
No. Well,
Okay.
I don't know.
Amy,
if I
here's,
would wanna-
I want a potato that explodes in my mouth, not in my microwave.
Wait, no.
No.
I was gonna say exactly that. I was like, wait, no, that actually is bad. Maybe.
Yeah, actually, I actually don't want a
I
potato
think
to
that
explode in my
might
mouth.
actually not be good. Oh, right. But actually, so people on Discord were talking about basically what I can only describe as cursed microwave situations.
Mm-hmm.
We had a winner though for like what was clearly the most cursed microwave situation.
Yep. So basically, a guy in there knew someone in college whose the sensor that could tell if the door was open or not had stopped functioning correctly.
No. I think it was that the door latch stopped functioning.
Oh, sorry, the door latch stopped functioning so it wouldn't stay closed.
Yeah.
So then he disabled the sensor that
Yes.
sensed if the door was closed and wouldn't run it
Because
unless the door was
normally
closed.
microwaves will only run if the door is closed, and that's because otherwise they will microwave you.
Yeah. So then this guy's solution was to press the button from a distance using a broom and then running out of the kitchen every
Yeah,
time he
well,
used
the
it.
microwave is running, which is so funny to me. Like that's such a bad. There has to be so many better solutions.
It sounds like the lead up to an incident in which there was like a criticality.
Yeah, it
event
sounds
or
like there's
something.
going to be a YouTube video about this incident. Like,
Yeah,
it's a bit.
the
concerning.
U.S. Chemical Safety Board is going to cover this or something.
Chubby Emu X Styropyro
Yeah.
collab too.
Wow, yeah.
Oh
That-
right, they did do one, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. These are YouTubers.
These are YouTube.
Yeah.
If you don't know YouTube, you're probably like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. It's not. They're like science YouTubers.
Yeah,
Basically,
educational
yeah.
question mark. I'm not. That doesn't. I guess.
I guess.
I
Yeah.
guess.
No. I suppose.
Although Styropyro, so the pyro, he's not kidding about the pyro.
No, he's not kidding with that. Sort of guy who would hook up like 40 car batteries to each other to do some shit.
It might have been more than.
It might have
40,
been.
I don't
More. It was
remember.
actually probably. It
It's
was
more than
that.
40.
Okay. Well, he is the type of guy who would do that.
Yeah.
But I suppose he would do even more.
Type of guy to build a laser that could probably like put a hole through your drywall in a couple
Type of guy to build a
milliseconds.
laser that could assassinate a politician from a mile away.
Yeah.
Not. Oh, look. Okay, I'm not trying to give him any ideas. Okay, I'm just saying he's that type of guy.
I think you'd lose too much energy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you couldn't do
okay.
it from a mile.
No,
that's
that's
not
true.
practical.
That's probably true.
Okay. What about like weird sonic weapons though, like audio weapons?
Maybe.
You heard about Havana
I
syndrome?
don't think he's done
Yeah, I
that.
don't know if he's done that. Yeah, I've heard about what, Beth?
Havana syndrome?
Oh, yeah. What is that?
Well, it's not really clear,
Yeah.
but basically several U.S. personnel who were stationed in an embassy in Havana say that they're
Havana,
having
no, sorry.
say that basically they've had weird symptoms,
Right, health problems.
with like headaches and like you can look it up, but
Yeah.
I forget exactly. But like it's all stuff where it's not really clear that there is an actual specific thing happening.
Yep. Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say, I'll tell you, I have some of those health problems that I don't
Yeah.
think is
Yeah,
Because
cognitive,
of a
like
conspiracy.
basically brain fog, dizziness, headaches, insomnia. I can't tell if
Yeah,
anything
it's
specific
not
happened.
clear that is
Those
a
all
cause.
can have so many causes, and literally just being stressed because you thought something was happening could cause a
do
bunch of those. I
a lot
think.
of those. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Just to finish about Havana. Basically, the U.S. claim, the claim of the Americans, is that there's some kind of energy, distance energy weapon had been
Yeah.
used on them by Cubans.
Okay, yeah. All right, so yeah, next idea. Trying to make 6-8 a thing. So as we know, 6-7 is the thing. Maybe you wish it wasn't. Nevertheless, it is. Obviously, 69, well-established thing. And I'll say, actually, I've seen well, okay, this isn't a finance newsletter read. You can make fun of me for that. That basically 6-9 is like the millennial / maybe sort of older Gen X thing, and then 6-7 is like the Gen Alpha type thing. But we're proposing 6-8 to bridge the gap.
Millennials can say it, maybe.
Yeah. Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Yeah. Yeah, because, and the reason this came, you maybe say, why was a financial newsletter talking about it? And the answer is because you have people who have a lot of money who think it's funny to price stuff at like 69 420 or
Yeah.
sell 420 units of something. And you may say, really? And it's like, imagine Elon Musk type guy.
Yeah.
Guys who like Elon Musk think that this is the peak of comedy.
Yeah, that checks out. If you've seen how he named the Tesla models.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to say how he named them?
Yeah. So originally, I think he wanted to call them in order that Model S, E, X, and Y.
Yeah. Sexy.
So it spells out sexy.
Yeah, just
but I think he
stupid.
got convinced to change E to 3. But otherwise, that is basically what happened.
Yep. And also, of course, we are the Elon Musk haters, and I'll tell you, I have been for years. Like literally back in the 2010s, when people were like, "Oh my God, he's the next Iron Man." Oh
The
my
next
God,
you
he's
say
so
that
cool.
next Iron Man. As if
Sorry,
Iron
well,
Man is
okay,
real.
sorry. He's not really. At the time, even back then, I was like, no, he's fucking. I was a hater. I've been a hater for years. I mean, I think obviously many people are now haters.
I bought this before he went crazy.
Oh yeah. Wait, that reminds me of our idea, which was okay. So there was a really stupid thing in San Francisco. That was an event that was like it was called like the March for Billionaires or something. And I wish it was satirical because that would have been really funny, but it doesn't appear to have been satirical.
I think the people who were there do not have enough self-awareness to do satire, frankly.
Yeah. But it would have been pretty funny if it was. So we were thinking about an idea which was like a fake march or rally or something for Tesla owners.
Yeah, because you know who's really been having a tough time lately is people getting booed because they're trying to drive their Cybertruck around town. You know,
I mean, I'll tell you, I boo him every time. Thumbs down. Give him the finger occasionally.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not actually saying anyone should do this, but I have thought about theoretical ways you could probably damage a Cybertruck in a way that would be hard to trace. Which basically, my idea is to carry a spray bottle with you full of a mixture of hydrogen peroxide, water, vinegar, and some salt.
The rustler.
Yeah, basically a rust-causing solution, and just spray a little
Just like a little spritz.
on a parked
Yeah,
Cybertruck as you go
okay.
by.
It's kind of funny. Lily, question for you, Lily. You see many Cybertrucks down there?
There are
Damn.
Cybertrucks in Mexico
Cringe.
City, yes. So unfortunately, this is a place that has many people
Yeah.
with far more
mean,
money
many
than
such
sense.
cases.
Also, rampant
Whoa.
corruption and wealth
I suppose you
inequality.
there's kind of like a district
like I
that
haven't
has
left.
a bunch of rich tech people, including a lot of American and Canadian expats. Like apparently there's a Tim Hortons in Mexico City.
Oh yes, I think I saw a picture. That would just like wow. The
That's
Canadian,
in
you know
walking
the
distance of
fucking
me, yes.
Canadians. They fucking
All the Canadians whose opinion I actually trust tell me that Tim Hortons sucks shit.
I mean, as far as I can tell, it really is like the Starbucks of Canada derogatory.
Yeah, I mean, to be clear, I'm a Starbucks hater. I think their beans just simply taste bad. You have to cover it up with sugar because it tastes
That
bad.
same mall also has 2 Starbucks.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't doubt that, Lily. I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
That's not even getting into other reasons to not like Starbucks, like politics, but
Like them doing a lot of anti-union stuff, for
it's-
example.
Yeah. But but we're haters, to be honest.
I feel like Starbucks was a really good example of sort of a liberal company that did stuff that used to placate people. Like, we're going to help pay for the college
and
for
now
employees
they're
or whatever.
like, hello, employees, you aren't allowed to wear pro-Palestine buttons or whatever. Jesus Christ. Just horrendous.
And let me tell you, the baristas at Highwire near us are definitely allowed to wear
Oh,
those.
yeah, and they are. Let me tell you, they are. They are.
Also,
And they
that
like
kava bar has a Palestinian flag up in it, I think.
That's true. It does. That's the one where my doppelganger. Oh, right. I have a doppelganger update. Exciting. If you're not familiar with the situation, I guess I'll do a really quick summary. There's some woman named Grace who lives pretty close to us, basically the city adjacent to us, who apparently looks really, really similar to me. As in, people IRL have called me Grace and thought I'm her, basically.
Just confidently gone up to Amy and been like, hey,
oh,
Grace.
yeah, basically. But this has also happened in Grindr repeatedly, so it's not like a fluke. Like, it's happened a lot of times.
Like, it's how many times total do you think it's happened independently?
At this point, like 7 or 8. It's hard to dismiss.
Yeah.
That's like a. So I also had like, okay, we must look really similar, like for real.
Yeah. But that's surprising
Yeah.
because it's pretty rare for people to look that
Because
similar
I'm
to us.
transgender and mixed race and pretty tall, so it actually doesn't. I don't get confused with people that much, except for my relatives, basically.
Like me.
Yeah, like Beth.
I mean, statistically, mixed race trans girls with that specific race combo are likely to exist in your area.
So that is kind of fair, actually. Lily.
Yeah. No, that's
kind of fair.
I feel like coastal California is
probably the place.
probably
in a
likely-
city that has a lot of like trans people.
Yeah.
So fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's true.
And yeah, so basically, like we're kind of assuming Grace is probably a similar ethnic kind of background.
Yeah.
Because that probably makes the most sense to explain.
And I know she's
this-
trans.
yeah.
From Grindr.
Yeah.
He confirmed.
Yeah.
I didn't ask too many details, but he was like, yeah. Right. So my someone I know saw her at like a sober dance event in West Oakland. So that's a good lead. I may have to go to the next. They're doing another one of those next month, so I may need to go to it and be like, "Hello, is Grace here? Hello, any doppelgangers? Any doppelgangers?
Hello, have you seen
Yes. Wait. Yeah. That's true. Just go there and be like, "Hello, are you? Was I here last time? What's my name? Do you have my phone number?
Do you have my phone?
I have amnesia. I just kind of ended up here. Where do I live?
dress up as a Grace wanted poster?
We did put up a Grace related poster at the Kava bar, but
Nothing.
no leads from that so far. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I do have some leads. Yeah, so we'll see. Right, this next idea is actually from Lily. It's a CUM EULA. If you're not familiar with EULA, what does that stand for? End User License Agreement, is that right?
Yeah.
Lily, do you
I think
remember,
so.
what did you mean by that? Do you recall?
You can have the cum, but there are restrictions on what you can do with it. You can't give it to other people. You can't use it to
I
make
see. It's not
babies,
like free
etc.
use. All right. I mean, I think it's it's not unreasonable to be like, hello, you can't use makeup to make babies. Like, that seems kind of reasonable. There's a specific clause about My Little Pony figurines, believe it or not.
Oh no.
If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, you could just actually not look it up. You don't need to know. It's fine.
I kind of wish I didn't know, in fact.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think it makes your life better if you don't know what we're talking about.
I'm trying to think about. Right, so I know something that a topic we've come back to a lot of times over the years is cooking with cum cooking. I believe that we have a friend who likes to basically ask people this elaborate question about if you met like the greatest chef in the world or whatever.
And got to eat for free.
But
you knew the food had a little bit of cum in it. Would you eat it? Which to me, it's obviously
yes. Like, come on. Yeah, like, clearly, yes. Like, that's super worth it, right? Your opinion, maybe. Yeah, in my eyes, I'm like, yeah, obviously I would eat it. Come on. Lily, would you eat it? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Less enthusiastic. I am kind of the food enjoyer. Like, truly, eating food is one of my hobbies. I'm like, oh, yum, yum, yum.
I do love to eat food, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a list of foods that were like, are you a picky eater? How many of these foods will you not eat online? And it turned out I would eat all of them. I love them. Olives, yes, please, you know. Mushrooms, absolutely. Grapefruit, of course. I would love to eat grapefruit. Some of them were a little weirder to be like cucumber. It's like, are there dedicated cucumber haters out there? Apparently. I guess
Why? It doesn't even really taste like anything.
yeah, it's just sort of nice.
Weird autistic texture things,
Yeah, that's probably the answer.
Yeah.
Admittedly, probably texture was the answer for a lot of.
Yeah.
I can barely stand butternut squash, and I can't stand
Now,
eggplant.
Lily, are you autistic? Giant size.
Based on the statistical knowledge you have of your sister's partners,
Amy, I think you know
what
the
are the
fucking
chances
answer.
of me being autistic?
Like 90%.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay, next idea. A toilet that uses piss to flush shit, to conserve water.
Was this yours?
Yeah. So basically, the thought is that you accumulate maybe there's some way of getting the piss like into the toilet
The piss
tank.
accumulator?
Yeah, the piss
You
accumulator.
just like slurp it up there?
The toilet does, yes.
Yeah, sorry, the toilet.
Please
does.
rephrase.
Sorry, yes, of course. To be clear, the toilet is the slurper.
So-
okay.
Maybe you have like one tank that you just piss into.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, you're
actually
right.
better. That's
And then it
better.
doesn't need to
Maybe
flush
that could
that
have
big,
like a
and
urinal.
then it uses that
Well,
to
no, the
flush
problem with
shit.
a urinal is not everyone can use it. You could have a toilet where it's like there's a toilet bowl on top of the tank, and then there's is that crazy? Maybe that's crazy.
I think people would have to climb up onto
yeah,
it.
you need like a little steps or something. Maybe that's not worth it.
You have to just put a separate stall half a floor up.
half a floor. Well, can it be a full floor up? Like that you only piss
Well-
upstairs and you only shit downstairs?
I guess it's easy to move water lower
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
or piss lower.
Yeah, right? I mean, there's no reason that wouldn't work, is there?
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. Except it seems really the
You
problem.
don't on whatever the topmost floor of your building is, you can't shit,
Yes.
and on the lowest one,
Well, you could piss, I guess.
you shouldn't piss because
It
it's
is
wasteful.
sort of wasteful.
Okay,
using
actually, there is a
energy.
problem, which
Yeah?
is that personally, it's hard to not piss while you're shitting.
That's true. Literally just shitting and not pissing. I don't think I can do that. I'm
Not
kind
reliably.
of the shit pisser.
That sounds like it. I don't think it's clear at all what that means, Amy.
It's not clear. Well, but I am the shit pisser.
I don't want to answer that.
We just don't know. It's impossible. to
Diarrhea is not fun.
That's
Please
true.
see a medical
It's-
professional.
Oh, let me tell you, I've been seeing some fucking medical professionals. Jesus Christ.
Right.
She
yes.
sure has been.
Yeah, I don't need to go to it right now, but boy, oh boy, have I been seeing medical professionals. I'll tell you.
Have you been seeing any medical unprofessionals?
You know, one of them might have been, to be honest.
The aforementioned aunt.
Well, I haven't actually seen her in a bit, but to be honest, I try not to like talk to her on the phone or what. I basically only have to talk to her when I see her in person. And I am not fucking texting her, okay?
No.
You can't make me text the anti-vaccine crystal aunt, okay? I was like, your mental immature might be wrong. I will just put it there. I know the stereotype is maybe like weird new age white lady, but she's not. She's a very like tan. She lives in Hawaii. She's Asian.
Yeah.
So if you want to update your mental image, this doesn't make her behavior any better. To be clear.
Yeah.
I didn't assume she was
Yeah.
white.
Well, yeah, but you know,
I
us.
don't know much about the white side of your family
That's-
anyway.
We don't have much contact with them, honestly.
Yeah, that's cool.
If we're talking about an aunt or uncle, they're probably Asian.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Unless we're complaining about them in a way where they're like doing DUIs, in which case they're probably white. Am I kidding? No.
No.
Not really, no. That's more or less real. Alright, I think we can probably wrap up the pod. Lily, thank you for being on the podcast. I guess we can read through the
Thank you
credits.
for having me.
Alright, oh my god, it's the credits. Okay, Beth, you want to read the hosts?
Hosts, Amy and Beth.
Editor, Amy. That's me.
Linguistics consultant, Beth.
And our intro is by Bruhisma. That's with a B-R-U-X. Thank you for listening to Shitpost Mortem. We'll be back with you next week saying some more stupid shit. Fuck, I hit the next.